Did you know that the first ever synthetic fabric was made completely by mistake and was actually dangerous to wear? Stay with me because this is a fascinating story. The first ever synthetic fabric is rayon, which is technically a semi-synthetic, but we're not going to get into that today. But it was first called Chardonnay silk, and it was invented by this man, Hilaire de Chardonnay. So the year is 1862, and the French silk industry is in big trouble because silkworms are dying at an alarming rate and nobody knows why. So they brought in Louis Pasteur, yes, the same guy who made milk safe for drinking, to investigate the problem. And Pasteur hired Chardonnay to be his assistant. And they studied everything about the silkworm to figure out what was going on. And Chardonnay became particularly fascinated with the insect. He was enamored by how this little bug could spin the most beautiful fiber, and he believed that humans could find a way to recreate it. And as the years went on, he tried to find a way to make man-made silk, but he could never figure it out until one day the answer found him completely by accident. So Chardonnay was handling these photographic plates, and he accidentally spilled a bottle of collodion, which was used in photo processing at the time. Since he was in the middle of something, he let it sit for a little bit, and when he came back to clean it up, he noticed these fine silk-like filaments form in the liquid, and that was when the light bulb went off. In 1889, his invention, dubbed Chardonnay silk, debuted at the Paris expedition, and everyone was blown away by how beautiful and lustrous this fabric looked. Investors immediately jumped in, and by 1891, the fabric was under production under a new name, rayon. Earning that name because of the way the fabric shined when the sun hit it. But there was a huge problem. What I had failed to mention is that collodion is extremely flammable, and it actually had the nickname of gun cotton. Rayon, as a result, was like wearing fabric gunpowder. And it was actually so bad that factory workers actually nicknamed the fabric mother-in-law silk. If you were wearing it and you encountered a spark, you were going up in flames. Needless to say, it didn't last long. But once they came up with a safer formula, rayon became the first successful semi-synthetic fiber on the market, all thanks to one accidental spill.